Look, I think we can all admit that Zack Snyder's Justice League was a huge, roaring success. Bloggers, critics, fans, general audiences, hardcore fans really liked this movie, and the general consensus was it was pretty good. All 4 hours of it. And it's funny that maybe Zack Snyder's most successful movie in terms of reception was a movie Warner Brothers didn't really touch. There wasn't 30 minutes cut out of it like Batman v Superman. There wasn't an entire reshoot of the movie like JL17. This is very much Zack Snyder's movie. And you know what? It could have been even better if he was allowed to put in Jon Stewart, maybe Ryan Reynolds as a Green Lantern as well. Other ideas that he had. But look, Warner Brothers are just... they're sour, I think, and I don't think they want to work with Zack Snyder anymore. Well, the current management don't. But Zack Snyder's Justice League worldwide and domestically is doing pretty well. And since HBO Max won't release numbers, we can see numbers from companies that do release numbers. And this is from the UK. Zack Snyder's Justice League is number one in the UK for download videos in terms of downloaded movies. That's awesome. And then this big news, which I was absolutely shocked at, was the Snyder Cut has officially crossed 250 million views in 5 days over Migu platform in China, making it the most watched superhero movie of all time for the streaming platform, beating, wait for it, Avengers Endgame at 240 million. That's ridiculous, considering Endgame to be this global phenomenon. It really is, with such iconic characters because they've been made iconic over the last 12 or how long it's been for the MCU. So that's pretty great. And I know people in China love DC, love DC superheroes and stuff like that. You had Superman in it, you had Batman, you had Aquaman, you had Wonder Woman. Of course this movie was going to do pretty well, and these numbers back it up. And I can't believe that HBO Max or Warner Brothers are turning their backs on consumers of that stature. 250 million, ridiculous. That's just China. And then this here is pretty interesting. This comes from a Real Good Streaming. I think it's like a website that gets streaming numbers all together and stuff like that. And look at this. Okay, so Zack Snyder's Justice League beat Wonder Woman 1984, Judas and the Black Messiah, The Witches, and American Pickle. But what's interesting about that is Zack Snyder's Justice League was a HBO Max original, and it's up there with Mortal Kombat, Godzilla vs. Kong, The Little Things, which were supposed to be theatrically released movies and actually were marketed as theatrical movies, so people would have known about that movie a lot more than, say, the Snyder Cut. And you would have had people confused about the Snyder Cut as well because, I seen this movie a few years ago. But Warner Brothers never got behind Zack Snyder's Justice League in terms of marketing, and look how well it did. Imagine if Warner Media backed this movie. The numbers could have been a whole lot different on HBO Max. Like, to do those numbers is pretty remarkable, and to beat Wonder Woman 1984 that came out at Christmas time is pretty remarkable. Now, imagine a Mortal Kombat sequel happens, which it probably might. Godzilla vs. Kong, The Little Things. If those have sequels, with everything getting back to full capacity, theaters opening up, people want to go out and see movies, those sequels won't appear in HBO Max first. They will appear in theaters. And the only HBO Max original that HBO Max have that has been this big of a success is Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's a HBO Max original, and they won't back it. I think HBO Max are leaving themselves in a very dire situation, because what will attract people to buy HBO Max and be a subscriber? What will make you buy? I don't really understand right now, because Harry Potter's a long time away. Lord of the Rings is popping up at Amazon. Got Game of Thrones animated show. It's animated. I don't know if everyone likes animated stuff. So, how well can HBO Max attract new subscribers? I think the way to go would have been Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 spin-offs. It would have been a pretty big thing. Look at WandaVision. Look at The Mandalorian. Look what that does for Disney Plus. Amazon has Invincible, The Boys. Netflix just has Jupiter's Legacy. Army of the Dead's coming soon. What do HBO Max have going forward? It's going to make people want to subscribe right now. There could be a big gap between now, because theaters are getting back open and stuff, until newer shows come to HBO Max and want to get people interested. So I just think HBO Max, or Warner Brothers it's probably Warner Brothers, are very sour. Big time. The guys over there that make the decisions, Walter Amada, Toby Emmerich, and Cernoff, they don't like Zack Snyder whatsoever. And Zack Snyder has talked about this in recent interviews. I'll do another video later about it, where he says they have no interest in his movies whatsoever going forward. And he's working at Netflix now, and it looks like that he's going to get creative freedom at Netflix. And I'm happy for Zack Snyder. But this movie, guys, was a big success, and we're being not even lied to. We're just being ignored, which is strange. It was a huge hit in the UK, in China, in America. all over the world. I think it broke records in Russia, in Canada. You know, like, this film was huge because of the iconic characters that were in it, and Zack Snyder had a pretty big fan base, which is now going over to Netflix to get ready for Army of the Dead. We all want to see the Nightmare timeline continued. I want to see it. I loved it. I think it's amazing to see Justice League 2 like that. Would be a huge attraction, and Zack Snyder is very much kind of working with that technology as well. I'll talk about that later. But there's so many opportunities for HBO Max to get as big as Disney Plus or Netflix, but I think they're wasting a big time out of ego, which is a big shame. But Zack Snyder's Justice League, don't listen to the naysayers, it was a huge success, critically and also in terms of streaming numbers. And Warner Media want to ignore that. Fine, let them do that. Let them ignore it. Let them go in the direction that they want to go. We can have everything. I don't know why they don't have that mentality. I think it's a vendetta against the Snyders, which is unfortunate. But Zack Snyder, you know, finally is coming out and talking against Warner Brothers. And I think he's right. I think he's held his tongue for too long. You know, I really do. I think he's very respectful. He's very nice. But come on. You know, they very much are anti-Zack Snyder and everything that he's trying to do, even though a fan base wants it. And I can't wait. The Blu-ray's coming out here May 24th, I think. I'm going to be interested to see what numbers that does around the world in terms of being sold out. It already happened, actually, in the UK. It was sold out, I think, on Amazon. I'm going to be interested to see the domestic numbers for the Blu-ray for Justice League. I think it's going to be amazing to see that. I think it will do pretty well. But to be that big of a hit in China, to beat Avengers Endgame, is unbelievable. To be the number one in the UK right now is pretty cool also. So this movie wasn't a sleeper. It was a big hit. It's just HBO Max haven't documented it enough in the media, saying we're pretty proud of this and this is a HBO Max original that's been a worldwide success. They've ignored it and they've upped movies like Mortal Kombat and Godzilla vs. Kong. But when they have sequels, those will come out in theaters, and HBO Max will only have original content that I'm not too interested in right now, and maybe you're not either. But guys, what do you think of these record-breaking numbers in China, which is insane? Number one in the UK. I can't wait to see the Blu-ray results to see what kind of numbers that does. I think it's going to do pretty well. And Zack Snyder's Justice League was definitely a big hit. What's your thoughts, guys? Let me know below. Thank you. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Give a like, comment, subscribe. Come follow me on all the social medias, movies, that matter. Search it, you'll find me. Have a good day, guys, and check out my video later documenting what the Snyders had to say about #RestoreTheSnyderverse streaming numbers and what Jared Leto had to say about Zack Snyder again. Thank you, guys. See you then.